What's up, gamers? Special Agent 9 here, and today we're going to talk about the Grand Black War Mammoth. This is a pretty cool mount that you can get from VOA, the Vault of Archivon, I believe is his actual name. Everybody just calls it VOA. This is actually the raid that is in Winterspring, which is the PvP battle zone in the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. In the Northrend map that appeared during the Cataclysm event. So, what you have to do, first of all, your faction has to be in control of Wintergrass for you to be able to access the raid. So, whether you're Alliance or Horde, your faction has to be in control. The battle takes place every 3 hours, so if your faction is not in control when you want to go, you will have to wait until whenever the battle starts again. So when you do have control of it, you can access this raid. There is a 10-person and a 25-person version, so you can actually do it twice. I was able to do it with another one of the Extraordinary Gamers, both versions. There's 4 bosses in the raid. All 4 can be killed in the 10 and 25 versions. All 4 have the chance to drop the mount. So you actually have 8 chances to get the Grand Black War Mammoth mount every single time you run this. It can be run with 2 people. I'm sure that one person, if you're a stronger class, if you're like a Death Knight or a tank class, you could probably run this by yourself, and then you don't have to share your loot with anyone if it drops. There are some decent transmogs in here. There's some like PvP transmog gear and some different stuff like that. So you may want to run it just to get the gear, but mostly you're going to be running it in order to get this mount, which is a mount that other people can ride on it with you. So that's a really cool feature. It's a cool looking mount. It looks like the other mammoth mounts, except this one is black and it's a war mammoth, so it has the armor on it. So really cool mount, and obviously if you're a collector, you want this no matter what. So most of the fights in this raid are pretty straightforward. It's laid out at 4 points. Each one of the bosses is down a hallway. There's like barely any trash in the entire raid, so you basically just go straight to the bosses. It's a central point that you start out from, and then 4 branches, and you just go down to the end of each one of those 4 branches and you will find the boss. Like I said, most of them don't really do any crazy mechanics that you need to worry about, especially now that you're in at least Mist of Pandaria. Whenever you're watching this video in World of Warcraft Classic, Mist of Pandaria has been released, so anything beyond that level, you're just even more geared for it. So you're about to see the moment when the mount is going to drop, and it's going to happen soon. Like I said, it can drop off any one of the 4 bosses in this raid. It can drop off the 10 or 25 person version, and I have only ever seen it once. I managed to get it when it did drop. The person that I was running with is another one of the Extraordinary Gamers. They've only ever seen it twice, and we ran this many times. This is a super rare mount. I'm very excited, as you can see, if you can see in my video cam in the video. It's a really rare mount. And the mammoth mounts, there are other versions of mammoth mounts that you can buy that are super expensive. This one is free because it's a drop, so definitely worth going after. If you like ride along mounts where you can carry other people with you. If you're a collector, obviously, if you want to have all the PvP mounts, there's a few different reasons to go after this one. And like I said, you do get 8 chances every single time, so it's well worth going after. It's a really cool looking mount. Stick to the end of the video and I'm going to give you a good look at it. You will see exactly what this mount looks like. We're just going to finish the rest of the raid so you can get a look at all of the fights. Because if you're running this alone, if you get the mount and that's all you're here for, obviously you can leave. But if you're with another person, you may have to go ahead and finish the raid so that they can get a shot at the mount dropping as well. Very unlikely that the mount will drop twice in the same raid, but stranger things have happened. And around here we always say, you know, keep trying, keep farming it, keep going after it. Eventually, hopefully it will drop. That has been my experience so far, because there are multiple mounts that I'm still farming for that I have not given up on yet, that I am convincing myself will eventually drop. So hopefully the same will be the case for you with this Grand Black War Mammoth. And we're going to go ahead and get a look at it now so you can see exactly what this mount looks like in the real world. Like I said, it is one of the cooler mounts. And since this is in an older expansion, this content, this raid, it's super easy to just burn through this. Just burn through the bosses. You know, have some health potions and stuff with you in case things do get gnarly. But you can basically just burn these down as quickly as possible. You know, bust out your cooldowns. Just burn through them so that you can get to the loot, and so that you won't get, you know, hung up trying to do this. And you can do it once a week because it's a raid. 8 chances at a mount once a week. Not bad odds, but it is super rare. So you may have to run it multiple weeks in a row. Maybe you'll get it the first week. You know, sometimes things happen. I had to run this many times. I've actually been running this raid since it was new, trying to get this mount. So that's how long it took me. I did not run it every single week. There were definitely some weeks that were skipped, but I did run it a lot. You know, hopefully I eventually saw it drop. Hopefully you will see it drop too. Here's what it looks like if you want to get a closer look at it. And like I said, you can use it to have other people ride with you. There are 2 seats for other people, so they can join you as you ride around on this mount as well. So that's how it's done. Grand Black War Mammoth. Just another epic gaming moment brought to you by League of Extraordinary Gamers. I'm Special Agent 9. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel because we will have more videos coming to you next week.